Well, listen, there's a lot to learn about this guy in a short amount of time. Of course, we're going to meet who this person is, meet this person around 10 o'clock at a press conference this morning. We do know that he's a native of New Jersey, and we actually have someone on the phone right now. We're trying something a little different. Sarah McDonald, she's the Director of Communications for the Archdiocese of New Orleans. Sarah, are you there?
Yes, I am. Thanks for having me, Winston.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Listen, yeah, a lot to learn about Checchio. Can you tell us about him and why he was appointed and handpicked?
Well, only the Holy Father can speak to why he was picked. But what I can tell you about Coadjutor Archbishop Checcio is that he is a highly educated, highly experienced bishop of the church. He seems to have an extensive resume with incredible expertise that will help lead our local church into the future. Archbishop Amen will introduce him this morning at 10 a.m., and we'll hear what he has to say. And he will be joining Archbishop Amen in ministry. As a coadjutor, he has the right of succession. So upon Archbishop Amen's formal retirement, which at this point in time is a sort of undetermined amount of time, Coadjutor Archbishop Checchio will join him in ministry.
I was going to ask, what will be his day-to-day role as the successor? Will he have any type of executive authority at this point, or will we have to wait until that official retirement?
So, as coadjutor, you become vicar general of the diocese. So you will become, that's a canonical issue, that's a canonical point that is made, which means he will have a role within the diocese. He will begin to get to know the presbyterate, the priests of the Archdiocese, the people of the Archdiocese, and visit ministries in different places that are part of the Archdiocese of New Orleans. So he will work with Archbishop Amen very closely. They will collaborate. But Archbishop Amen remains Archbishop of New Orleans until that formal retirement. And at that point in time, Coadjutor Archbishop Checchio will become Archbishop of New Orleans.
And I also want to ask, we are also waiting until, why are we waiting until the bankruptcy case is finalized? I think that's something that people want to know. Why the waiting game?
Well, Archbishop Amen turned in his resignation at the age of 75, which is something that all bishops have to do. All bishops, according to church law, turn in a resignation letter at the age of 75. And at that time, he offered to stay on as Archbishop until the bankruptcy proceedings had concluded. It just seemed appropriate, given the time, that he make that offer. And the Papal Nuncio, who's the Pope Francis's representative here in the Archdiocese, here in the country, spoke with him about that. He has remained, and as it does seem that the bankruptcy proceedings are coming closer to conclusion at this time and moving through the court as we await voting and a confirmation hearing, the Holy Father saw this as an appropriate time to make this appointment and to begin the transition in the Archdiocese of New Orleans.
The Archdiocese, is there a statement or a comment surrounding the latest on this bankruptcy case and the lawsuit? Any updated statements that the Archdiocese would like to make? And
no
particularly
updated,
the allegations as well against Gregory Amen.
No updated statement. Voting is going on right now, and we will wait for things to play out in court as they are supposed to.
All right, my last question to you is, how do you expect Checchio to be received from the community here in New Orleans?
Well, Archbishop Amen wrote this morning that he has great hope for the future of the Archdiocese, and I think that that will be echoed. I hope that will be echoed amongst the people. Coadjutor Archbishop Checchio, again, has an extensive resume, incredible experience in his time both as Bishop of Metuchen, as well as rector of the North American College in Rome, and even prior to that as a priest of the Diocese of Camden. So he has a doctorate in canon law, he has an MBA, so he has a lot of qualifications, and I have not yet met him, so I'm looking forward to meeting him today as well.
A lot of qualifications indeed. I'm sure that's one reason why he was handpicked. And we thank you so much, Director of Communications, Sarah McDonald, for the Archdiocese. And we will be at that press conference later this morning at 10 o'clock, and we will have the latest on who Checchio is. And certainly a lot of people here in the area are looking forward to meeting the successor to Gregory Aymond. Reporting live here in New Orleans, Winston Reed, WWL, Louisiana.
All right, stellar job there, Winston Reed. We do appreciate it. A lot to get to with this announcement, but also the context here. And also hearing from people talking about this, particularly the new Archbishop's experience in the education sector, saying that he was strong on education, something that we'll need, so we do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Winston, for that. Getting just a little bit of an insight this morning as we wait to hear more. All right, 6:39 is the time.
Yeah, I want to get to our other